and welcome to the Reflection Show with me, Martha Inspired. Today, we want to have an amazing conversation about women in media, especially in the northern region. What are some of the challenges that we encounter? Or how did we even get into the media space? How has it been? Will we encourage other young women to go into the media? Some of the misconceptions that we hear about women in media, are they true or false? A lot of us think that women in media are in a certain kind of way. But today we are here to make you understand that we are just doing our job. We are not some superhumans or proud or rude as the public make it seem so. We are here to educate you for all the young women out there who want to go into the media that it is possible. All you have to do is to work hard, be determined, and you will surely get there. Let's go for a breather. When we come back, we delve straight into the conversation. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. Today we'll be looking at women in media, understanding everything that we need to know about women in media. I'll be speaking with Muniru Baria and Irama Ato. Muniru Baria is a news anchor and a reporter at Sagani TV here in Tamale, and Irama Ato is a media personality or a radio presenter at Diamond FM here in Tamale. They'll be sharing with us their journey and all of that. Let me start with you, Rama. How has the journey been for you?
Interesting, challenging, inspiring at the same time, because you work for yourself, but then generally you're working for the outside world, because they take their time to listen to you whenever you tune in. You're starting to talk blah blah blah. Sometimes you're alone in the studio and you're thinking, wondering, is anybody listening to you?
Yeah.
But one way or the other, they come out and then somebody says, I heard you say this, I heard you. Sometimes you're even in the studio and someone says, I heard you say you should have said it this way, I should have done it this way. So it's been learning and learning at the same time. So it's been quite good. Good so far. Yeah.
How has the journey been for you?
Well, I'll also say it's been interesting and not really that easy, depending on where and how I started my journey. And it is lovely to have people out there who listen to you, who give you feedback, who support you, who give you words of encouragement. There are times that you feel so down. There are moments that you feel like, maybe I should just stop this job. But then we still move on. And for me, I have a lot that I'm working on. And as you can see, I'm a mother, a wife. So adding all of that to this career, and we know how the media is, especially for we, the women here in the North, it's not been easy, but we're able to put everything together and we are focused because of the passion we have for the profession.
How did you start? Did you just start off to say, I want to go into the media? How did media start for you?
Well, for me, I started off as being an ardent listener.
Okay.
You know, having a favorite to listen to someone and then see how they are making people smile and laugh outside the world. I was like that. So it got to a time that I got closer to some of these personalities, and then they would ask, listen to what we're doing. If anything I'm doing wrong, you correct and everything. So I got interested and invested into that. And by chance, you know, because initially I was, you know, let's say I was identified via social media, Facebook, because I was very vocal on Facebook. So there was a radio show. I was called if I was interested to take part in the radio show as a panel.
Okay.
And then whilst we were going, you know, back and forth, I was the only lady with 3 men.
Hey.
You know, so while going back and forth, the manager was in his office and he was listening. Was like, who is this? So he came in, took a look, and then went back inside. Then I got home. Then the host called me and says, this is what my manager said. They like your voice and like how you laugh. Would you want to
do something
radio? So, sure, but I'm working. You know, wouldn't it conflict my work schedule? So, well, they could do something. So I come to the office And then they said, okay, you start off with an entertainment
segment
on the morning show. And then I did. And here we are.
How did it start for you?
Well, I started as an intern.
Okay.
That was back at Radio Tamale. I was supposed to do my internship for 6 months, sorry. So after the internship, the accountant there told me that so far, since I started, I've been hardworking, and so they would like to give me some time. Then, and at that time, it was only reporting I was doing. Then there was a day, the lady who is supposed to do the morning news at 6 a.m. was not available. So my news editor, Maxwell Sook, he asked me, can you do something? I said yes. He picked a newspaper, took me to the production studio, just read it, let me see. Then I read. Then he was like, so you can do all this and you've been quiet and we are struggling to get an anchor.
Yeah.
Okay, so Monday, prepare. You are starting with another person throughout the week. So that is how I went on air at Radio Tamale. Then gradually the business news on the main bulletin at 5 p.m. And I became the main anchor there until I moved to Sagani.
So how has the difference been, radio and TV?
I'm interested too.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been interesting. Luckily, I've been on radio for 5 years before I moved to Sagani. And there was a coincidence. I joined Radio Tamale, that was in May. And I left there in May 2022 again.
Okay.
Yeah, it just happened. I didn't plan for it, but it just happened. So after joining Sagani, the difference is just the camera. And if you are lucky to have people around you to guide you, you are good to go. So when I went, I started doing stand-ups during my reporting just so I can get used to the camera. But the difference in radio and TV, you know, radio, when you are behind the microphone, no one sees you. So you can fool, you can do all the crazy things around there.
And nobody can easily recognize you in town.
Exactly. But surprisingly, there are a lot of people that you don't know, but they know you.
Right.
There are times you go somewhere to do a story and they said, I have been listening to your voice. You have been doing news. I like your voice. I like the way you read. There are others who follow you on social media. You never know them. But then the comments that come from there, when you go to sit behind the microphone, you know that, look, there are special people. There are thousands of people listening to me. So you bring out that best in you. And the same way is television. The television is only that you are watching. And you
just have to check your dress and check everything.
Exactly.
Because once you are there, someone say, look at her wig, look at her shoe.
You know, sometimes radio, you just get up, you are rushing. You don't even get to put on your veil or wear you just wear your slipper, go and sit. But the most important thing on radio is the voice.
Voice.
Yes, and the message you send out to people. That is what matters. So that's just the few differences you will see in radio and TV.
Yeah, I remember when I was as I say, like formerly once with FM. I was co-hosting with YED on the morning show. Then I remember there was this day he had an exam. He wasn't. I mean, I forgot. You know when you are co-hosting, the main host, so you can go late, like some 30 minutes, 1 hour. And this particular day, I forgot I was supposed to be the main host on that day, and I overslept. I just woke up and I'm like, it was like 5 minutes to 6 a.m. And you know, if you are morning show host, you have to be there by 5:30 a.m. I just got up, took this dress. It was a big jacket. I didn't even bath. I went to do the morning show. After 10 a.m. I came to bath. And I realized that on TV is different. You wake up, even if it's 5 minutes to the time, you have to try to just take a shower before you can sit and do all this makeup stuff. And apart from the voice, I think TV has a powerful tool because people are seeing you and everything about you carries a voice. Right. How are you able to manage that? Because people see you. Maybe if I didn't, so me, when I was on radio and people see me, they find it difficult to differentiate the body from the voice. But on TV, they are seeing everything. What are some of the comments that you've heard, maybe when you were on radio, when people see you face to face, that people tell you?
Well, funny enough, I've heard people, even my colleagues at work, back at radio, they will tell you, oh, I met this person. The person says he likes you and will want to meet you. He likes you as in they like your voice and they imagine you are that very young lady that they want to meet and have a good relationship with. But on TV, then someone tells you, oh, so you are married. Then they see you are. So this is the voice I've been listening to on radio. When they see you, what they imagine you to be, who they imagine you to be, your physical appearance, your facial expression and everything. When they see you on TV, there's some difference. Even myself, I see that difference. When I listen to myself on radio, there was a day I just took time to listen to my recordings on radio. I'm like, oh, so this is how I sound. Then you pick the TV and you watch it to your videos, and it is all different because your appearance
you're trying to be a bit,
and you always, you know, people follow you, people look up to you. So your appearance matters too. The way you dress, the way you present yourself, the way you smile at the camera.
The pressure of not repeating clothes. Have you had that?
I just started not quite long. I haven't been on air on TV that much. So I'm managing with that. And I know it's going to be stressful from the my colleagues there, the way they complain. Because I remember, I don't know this celebrity who got married. She wore her clothes during the traditional marriage to another event, and it became news. So she's a celebrity. She shouldn't wear those clothes again. But she bought it. It's her clothes. Why can't she wear it to another event? So that is it. And TV people, others sit and what they observe is your outfit. She keeps repeating these clothes. But what can we do?
We have repeated clothes on.
You can't say you won't repeat. You can't.
It means I'm the real owner.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yes. And even recently, I think Bellamundi made a post like that people who watch her and think all the clothes she wears are hers. No, people sponsor her. She wears some and she takes them back. So we just have to manage. I'm hoping that in the future it wouldn't be a headache for me. Yeah.
Now on radio, people don't see you. I remember the last time we had you in Tawana, you said something about someone somewhere was talking about you and didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Well, for me, it's interesting for me.
Okay.
I find
do you confront them?
No, I find it very intriguing.
Okay.
Like the one I told you about at the salon. You know, she was going about as like Irama is her best friend. I even shared on Facebook. Irama is her best friend, and they go out to chill. And then like the girls knew it was me she's talking about, and they were puzzled. Why are you not reacting? I'm like, I'm interested to see how it's going.
It's how
she sees me, and she's in her mind. She fantasizes that we are friends. But then she sees me as the type that goes to the club, goes to the parties, and I'm opposite that.
That's true.
Majority of people, you know, they rush in, come and say, oh, I want to see you, I want to see. But then I say, I want to do only phone calls, only text. I don't meet people. The moment you say, let's meet, I shut you out. Because it's awkward.
Especially in the first 1 or 2 days.
Exactly. It's awkward. For me personally, I find it hard meeting people.
Yeah. It's not just you.
What do I say? What do I do? It's difficult, but people don't understand.
Sometimes I wonder, okay, are they stalking me? Have they been tasked to investigate me?
Exactly. Sometimes some people will say, I know where you live. And you're like, why? You know, sometimes the way you act on Facebook, you're loud, you are vocal, the way you interact with people, they feel you are outgoing. So they expect that you be outgoing. But I am very reserved.
Unless the person is in your circle, like
exactly, then they know that you're very crazy.
Circle, then of course we all have that crazy.
That's cool.
I think you have to earn it.
Yeah, the way the sister was going, I was interested. It was interesting. I was interested in how this is going, and she kept going and going and going. So when she left, and we started laughing, and I was like, "Why didn't you react?" Like I've seen a lot of this. I don't want to shut her out. Maybe this is her world. In her circle, in her world, this is all she has. I cannot just shut her down like that in front of people. Yeah. Like that. No, I can't do that. This is what she wants. This keeps her going. So now people are laughing and encouraging her and making her do this. She keeps going. But if I shut her down like right now, she goes back into her shell. Exactly. So
and probably that will break that relationship she has built with you.
Yeah. Thank you. And she might think, oh, Irama is rude. When I was talking about her, she shut me down and all those.
So moving to that, have you, apart from people saying, well, the rude thing, it's like people think that every media personality is rude. She sees herself on top there. She's too known and all of that.
We have gotten that. Remember when I started, that's how I got. I was called a big mouth on social media. When in this setting, when
A
women
woman-
are vocal and she's articulating whatever she wants to voice out, they call her too no. They call her obnoxious. They call her all sorts of names
Yeah.
when they don't even have a clue who
No,
she is.
yes.
Because she's talking about things that some of those close-minded people think a woman should not talk about. They feel that she should be quiet and then the man will be the one to talk. So if you start talking about it, they start to say things about you. Someone have even gone to the extent that you won't find a husband. Because
Hey, last week I was having a conversation with some friends. I was like, okay, a car, so I like this car, I want to buy this car. Then it just went down. You don't need to buy a car now.
You won't find
if
a
you buy a car, you won't find a husband. You know the man, and even married men who were there, and they were like, I heard one man said, if I had met my wife and she was having a car, I wouldn't have proposed to me. And I asked him, "It's your wife down to earth?" And they said yes. So what car is only a means of transportation.
So if you're voicing out and saying things boldly at like what other women will not do, they call you stuck up. You won't find a man.
How do you handle that?
You know how I am. I just brush it off. For me, I have gone past where I will care what people will say because I know what I am doing. If I believe in whatever situation I am trying to tackle, if a trendy issue comes in and I believe in it, I go for it.
Okay.
If I don't, I just ignore it. I'm sure you have noticed that sometimes when there's a trendy issue going, I look at it, it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
I won't even go through it because it will get to a point where it will start talking about something and it will go into another situation where I don't
People
want to
misunderstand. It was like my post on abstinence. I kept a post on the year had just started. A lot of people making decisions, and sometimes when I make those posts, I'm looking at my teenage mentees or girls I'm talking about. Then people will just come to attack and be like, "What kind of abstinence?" I'm like, if you are 25, 30 and want to have sex, that's your problem. But my concern are the 14, 15-year-old girls who are doing something that at the end of the day they will now have to. I've had people call me who will send you pictures of their babies, teenagers, and they're asking for support. And some of them, they are family members to try to reach out to us for support. I'm like, I should be buying you books and not baby clothes. So I think that social media, people think that sometimes you are a certain way on social media instead of... now, let's look at the other gender in the media, men. How is it like working with men in that world? Let me come to you.
Well, it will depend on the people around you. You know, we have all different kind of people.
Okay.
For me, when I started, I had men who supported me and are still doing.
Okay.
I had others that they will say words to you and you go home and the next morning you don't feel like stepping your foot there again. But I am that one person. Fortunately, I have a partner who supports me. So sometimes when I am down, I just share with him. He tells you, look, put that aside. That is not why you went there. So you just move on. There are times that these men, that is what most of them feel, that you are a lady. You can't do this. You can't do that. There is something now, Kwale, and we are on a platform. We asked ourselves one time, have you ever seen a lady who hosts current affairs program here in the North? Why? Because our current affairs program has turned to politics.
Insults.
So
if you can't insult, you can't host a current
exactly.
affairs.
A Rama wouldn't go to sit and do that and allows anyone to come and say all their nonsense comments to you. So that is what our current affairs has changed to, and that is why women, we are no more interested, because when you go to do the real current affairs or you go to do something different, they wouldn't like you. They want the politics. So they feel like a woman cannot host such shows. So we do the entertainment, we do the news and other things. It is not because there are no women who can do, but it's because of what the current affairs has been changed to. So you have men at times that will tell you that, look, you can't do this. You are a woman. For her, I don't trust her capabilities. But speak to yourself. I always tell myself that, look, I can do this. If I tell you I can do this, then I can do it. If I can't do it, I wouldn't venture there. Sometimes it looks so down upon you, like no matter who you are, maybe you are mature than some of them, you have the experience, but they still feel like because it's a woman,
Yeah.
she can't.
You feel that the first time because you're a woman. That's
Exactly.
the first failure.
So
for
sometimes
them.
it is
Wow, yeah.
how you will encourage yourself. I really don't put those thoughts in my work because I have the passion and I know why I am in the media. So that is where my focus
But
is.
sometimes I think that we should, because Tamale alone, we have like, is it 3 or 4? I think 3 on most TV. I think the other one, like My TV also. So let's say we have 4 TV stations just in Tamale alone.
Yeah.
And we cannot even boast up to 10%
Of the
of
personalities on
women personalities taking the front road in some of these programs.
Yeah.
We'll come back and talk about that. Let's go for a break. Welcome back. We are still looking at women in media, of course, focusing on the northern region and how other young women or we ourselves can help ourselves. Do you think that we are not also helping ourselves in the media? So maybe you are there, I want to come, you want to be the but like, do we face some of these challenges in the media? Let me come to Rama on this.
Well, since I started, this year will be my 10th year.
Wow.
We
need to have some celebration.
I haven't had a challenge with a woman, fighting for a position with a woman. Maybe because
we are not even many there, so
maybe because when I got there, my former place, KSP FM, I was
just
only
you. Yeah.
I was only a woman. They rather came in to rather understudy and how I do things. It is the challenge was for me was the fact that they come in, they listen to you. They feel it's a flourish life. They feel it's a flashy life. And they come in, they get to see that, hey,
you
it's
need
not
to
flashy,
prepare
you need to prepare production, the English, everything. Then they realize, then they run away. They go away. So that's the only challenge for me. They do not have the passion like we do.
That's true.
To withstand, to go on about whatever it is they do. Before you come into being whatever you want to be, there should be a purpose for it. There should be a reason why you get into it. Not because you want to be famous. Not because you want to have the money. The money itself is not there.
Yes, I was about to come. I think most people that do media in Tamale is mostly not their full-time job.
No. If you have if you are going about a full-time job here in Northern Ghana, you will starve.
Yeah.
You will starve. We all have other businesses that we do that is supporting us. The radio, the media itself, it's more of a passion that we need to do, and we are hoping that it gets better someday.
Hopefully.
Yes, but then for now, if you're thinking you're getting in there to get all the flashy things because you see Bella Mundi and Co on TV looking all flashy in Northern region, it will shock you. So if you're going into it, yes, it is entertaining, it is educating for you and then for your listeners. And it's also challenging.
Very challenging.
But just that you need to want it to do it before you get in. You just don't come in and say, I hate this. I hate saying I hate this, but I hate people coming to, I want to be like you. Why? You see that thing? So whenever they say, I want to be like you, ask why. Yeah. Then they're stuck. I want to be like you. Why?
You know what to say.
Yeah, I am the one pulling you in.
Yeah.
But why do you want to come in? I shouldn't be the one to spoon feed you because you said you want to be like this. No. When things fall apart, you say you pushed me into it and you are not paying attention to me. Meanwhile, I'm also suffering. So if you want to get into the media here, don't come in full. Go halfway.
And I think one strategy I see that people have devised to just make money is producing funny programs. I think the media, we are to blame for certain things. I usually say that.
Does it even make money?
Some it does. Some gives them money.
Well, let me tell you a secret. I've been in the marketing field. I was the marketer, so I know what goes on. They might hate me for this, but I will say it. So any media personality, any media owner listening to me should take note about that. If a presenter is making money more than the station, is duping you. He's going behind your back to take in the money say, I will do this for you. So if you're not listening to your shows, if you listen, somehow you have the LPMs and the announcement there that you are supposed to do. Then you hear him or her saying something else. Then you wonder, where is this coming? Or making it look like they are greeting you.
Yeah.
You see that?
Most people don't actually have time to listen to their show. That's
Yes.
the thing.
Yeah.
So
Making
I
it look like,
refuse to do
let
that.
me. Sometimes you see that they brought the person food or a hamper, and then they say, let me say shout out to this woman at this place, at this place, at this place.
That's adverts.
He has collected something.
So maybe I'm saying hello to Sister Amma of this entertainment. this
Exactly.
thing. Thank you for the food you gave me. The food is very nice. I really enjoy it with my family. Oh, Sister Amma, your jollof is very nice.
And from there, they'll go ahead to say, if you want to enjoy your jollof, go to
Go
this
there
venue.
and then do this.
So that's advert.
Yes.
Yeah.
So some of them do this. Some of them go behind the stations. This is one of the reasons why some of the stations, majority of the stations here are not thriving. Because the presenters are going behind the back, cutting them off because business is not coming in. You should be dedicated and loyal to your station.
Yeah.
If the money doesn't come to your station, how do they pay you?
How do they pay you good?
That's one of the challenges. When I was someone who told me that, so why you didn't do that once? I said, no. Why? Because I need the money coming in. There are others who are also expecting that money will come in for all of us. But then you want to go behind and be wise. And then, no. But then for me, I think the ladies are more scared to do that because they are the ladies. Already now we are facing a huge challenge.
Yeah, because even if you want to even do that, men will not easily get the money. Somebody will be like, okay, let me sleep with you.
Exactly.
And that counts. Have you encountered that, Irama?
Plenty. A lot of times.
Wow.
Sometimes they will say nice,
Yes.
I want to take you out. I want you to meet someone and they say they like you and they've been talking about business. You go in and the business is not coming.
That's true.
I'm here for a business. Why are we not talking about business?
Then you go and they'll be like, oh, it's getting late. If you can't go home, I have this. We just go by this nice place and
I'll eat the food and before you realize I'm gone.
So me, I make sure that when I'm going out for set things, I have money. Most time when people say let's go out, most times when I say I'm not available, most times I don't have money.
That's one thing.
Because people can be very rude, and because they say that you are not accepting their demands, they can walk out and leave you to pay the bill or whatever. So always have money on you when someone is just taking
But
you
here's
out.
the challenge. Here's the case. You are different. You might have the money. I might have the money. A barrier might have the money. Others will not have the money. This is where the trick is. She is not getting paid at her station.
That's true.
She has gotten the fame all right. People love her. People love the way she talks. And then praises are coming in. Oh, I like your voice. And then she's frustrated. You're praising her. She will fall to it. Then, bam. You shower her with money. She falls into it.
That's true.
That way, it sways her away from her passion.
Mm.
Well, where I am, it's not giving me the money.
Yeah.
Someone heard about me and is giving me the money. Because he says he likes my voice. So I can go there and just sit on the radio and start talking and he's enjoying the voice. So whatever I'm spewing out, I don't care. After that, he will give me the money. So now it becomes a fashion for her. There are a class of people that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going for the money because she's not getting the money from the state. So our younger ones will fall for that.
Be very realistic with our younger ones. I think sometimes I like what he said. I think I've even heard Nanaba and Sewa Mehe say most of the clothes and even the wigs and the wear, they are down there. Their stations are like the biggest stations in Ghana now. So even if she doesn't even mention it,
is it the biggest?
Well,
you go there and you find it's like
that's
Things
true.
are different.
Yeah.
The story is very different from
No,
what
do
we
you
see.
know that we presenters there? I'm not downplaying.
Yeah.
them. The presenters, the majority of them cannot play their own songs.
Yes.
They have a DJ that will play the songs for them. Last time I had a friend like that. Early in the morning, I saw him standing outside, and I heard him was like, "Why are you standing outside?" Oh, they are playing. When it's time for me, I'll go and talk and then come out. So they have everything they say written for them. They have the PCs there. Then you see it pops up. Then he starts saying that. I was sitting there, I was like, hey, we are working here, pal. I find my own English. I do my own production. I come in and I play my own music. If I want to pee, I have to say whatever I want to say fast before I get up and then put it on autoplay, go and pee and come back. He has the luxury of going anywhere he wants to. The DJ will play. He comes back, talk a little bit, go back again, comes back, sign off. He's done. Then they are praising him.
Wow.
On TV, they go like, you have already done your production, everything. She comes, everything is written down for her. She comes,
I
"Come and sit
wish."
pretty. And it's there, and she's reading it.
I wish.
You see the thing? So there's a difference. They glorify them there. And then they
But
feel,
then, I think we actually did it because you would have to, for me, because it's like my own productions and things, you'd have to actually look at the man. What is the focus? Look at for the topics you want to do.
Oh, no,
look
but
at
then
for
they
the guests you want to do.
They have a production
Schedule
team.
a day. Put everybody and say, okay, the whole team are recording this day. Check, okay, what is happening? This thing is not there. Production equipments, production team, welfare, everything. But it's like for them, okay, so you are the host of this. You come, everything is set.
Oh, yours
you
is
just come to
just
sit down.
Yours is come and sit and talk. They sit and talk. So if you are even looking at the listen,
Yes, a
and
screen.
it's written for you. So you come in and you say all this, and then you're gone. Sometimes when you even step up and they ask you, "What did you say?" They won't remember what they said because they read it.
Wow.
But here,
And it's like we just see them on TV. Oh, I want to be like this person. I want to be like that person, and we just don't really understand the nature of the job. Wow. Want to add up something?
Yes, back at Radio Tamale, there have been a lot of interns who come to do their internship. You come and most of them are just rushing to go on air. I remember there was a time one lady, she was putting so much pressure that they just give her announcements after the news. Okay, sit and do the announcements. She didn't even read the full paragraph and she braked there. She couldn't continue. And she came to me and she was complaining. I said, oh, relax, it's gone. People have forgotten of it already.
Preparation.
yeah,
People rush. You know, when they come and sit, you're outside, you are listening to Irama. She's saying a lot.
You
You
it's
think like it is
normal.
that easy. But I always tell them, look, you see that microphone, it is very powerful. And I'm saying that from my own experience. When I started doing the morning news, then later I was doing the business news on the main bulletin. The day the main anchor didn't come, I was asked to sit there, the same studio, the same microphone. But that sits, the tension on it is very different
It's
from
like it's
what
the
I
first
used to
time
do.
I did morning show on radio. Why he couldn't it's not like he told us he wasn't going to come. So they had to play some songs. When I now got there, then they said he wasn't coming. As you see, I was like, me that I'm co-host. I'm only reading LPMs and reading things. Then they, like you said, there's no screen.
Yeah.
You only have the segment schedules. And it was so tough for me because, I wasn't actually there to even, what's the name, take his seat. My own was a health show. But once a while, they feel that just come and help him do LPM. So I think that when you're actually there with a mind not conscious of taking someone's seat, you easily get opportunities than somebody who have just come today. I'm waiting for you. One day you force it, you won't come. I'll come and
Yes.
and do what you are doing. Or somebody will come and say, oh, teach me this in case one day if you are not there. And I'm like, if you want me to teach you from, why should you be quick to add that?
when you're not there.
Even if I want to give you the opportunity, I want you to give me even the opportunity again because it's like you want me to die fast, so you take the position. So now I want us to look at the myths and misconceptions. How do we handle that? First of all, there are a lot of things that come.
Yeah.
And it's like as soon as you appear on TV, you are seen to be a billionaire. But there are times that you are, I don't know about you, but there are times that you are so broke, like you don't have money, you don't have anything, and you are just there. But we have a very powerful voice out there present. Let me say, a very powerful influence, even on social media. How do we tell people that we're just human like them? It's like you getting up to go and teach, or you getting up to go to that office. You also just get up. It's only that there's a camera looking at us that transcends us into your house. So how do we handle that? And how do we tell them that we are not superhumans?
Exactly, we're not. I have this story I had. People assume that, oh, I saw you there, but you have been winning hours. So you can't be broke. There will be a time that you go to the office and you just have only one guy on a citizen and you're wondering when is next meal coming through. Sometimes you have to sacrifice and then go empty stomach the whole day, but you're still working about doing what you're supposed to do. An example, this one, it happened, but it wasn't like I didn't have money. But it's just an example of how things go when you don't have the money to even eat. When you open the mic, the energy, the talking is not easy. It's not easy at all.
Talking is not easy.
You would think, oh, instead of just sitting there and talking, it's not easy at all. Before you realize you're very hungry. So imagine someone who doesn't have the money, go sit behind. The brain is not working right. I opened mic, I signed in, and all of a sudden I realized that my sugar is very low. I had not eaten the whole day. I had forgotten. I was very busy, and I was shaking.
Yeah, it happened.
So I had to stop. But then somebody would say, "Oh, by now she's chilling in the AC, and everything is going easy, and the music is playing." But you don't know what's happening behind. Sometimes you are sick. Sometimes you are talking and you feel like sneezing, and you have to put it off.
Or you have to cough. No, if it's even on radio, it's fine. You can just pull the console and cough. Sometimes
it
not all the
hasn't
time.
happened to you. I was once reading the news.
Okay, if it's news, it is.
Yes.
You know, in news you don't do that.
Yes.
It's just there. Then my voice was going low and deeper. There was a cough coming in, low and deeper, and then the center was like, "What's happening?" And it's like, "I will go." It got to a time, it just forced out. We had to put it off, and we couldn't read it. I just started coughing here and there. We can fall sick.
That's true.
In the middle of a show, you can.
Sometimes I'm on set and for about a minute or two, I'm sitting down and I've faced out. Yeah. So you see that I'm looking. Sometimes I even talk and cry like I've because sometimes I get so hungry because by sometimes if I have production by 4 a.m. I'm awake. You have to look at for every topic you're about to host. People, you have to send all of them reminders. You have to.
And you're afraid to bow on air. You open the mic and you're shaking. What am I going to say? It's written, it's right in front of you. You have written your production, you have done everything, you have done your motivation and everything now, but you're still shaky and afraid that you might mess up. Yeah. Then there's a part where there's a family issue. You're supposed to provide something and you're not providing it, but you're on air acting like everything is good.
Or you're on air, people are calling you for something, you can't speak. Some of them cry even hear that you are on radio.
They'll call you at that time.
Calling.
But that's why I put I just if my production is not on my phone, I just put it away.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can't come and mess me up on air. But one of the most important things that people should know out there, media men and women in Northern Region are not millionaires. They can come to you and ask for help. Some will go for months without money. Without money, without knowing where money is coming from, because the radio stations are not making enough money to go on. I remember my story. When I started a whole 1.5 year, I wasn't getting paid. Imagine if I wasn't having any other job
to support
I would have stopped. The man calls and says, "This is what's happening. We cannot pay you. There's no money." So I'll still do. You still come in and smile and laugh and act as if all is well. But I don't want to downplay us. But the woman selling tomato in the market makes more money than a medium person in Northern Region. That is the truth.
And like sometimes when there are events, most times, because sometimes like people have even cut me off the media people in Tamale because like I'm not in any of the in media kind of stuff. There are times that people are going for events and somebody wants to invite you for an event and they are asking for. I think there are times someone will be like, "Okay, dress well, like come and spoil them." I'm like,
spoil them. Have you paid me enough?
They are making some comments that suggest that come in your best, come in. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. There are some events I don't really go because it's like they are expecting some certain caliber of dressing or appearance from you.
No, you want to use me for your program, but you don't want
exactly. I remember there was this event and that someone just sent it was just a WhatsApp that they're having a program. It was a fundraiser. I didn't actually even see it. I think I saw it later. They sent to my official number and my personal number. I mean, most times if I open my phone, the first thing I want to see, "Oh, hello, I am Akos. I am contacting you for ABC." If I see this hi, hello thing, I don't have the energy to kind of ask who are you and those things. So that's how it began.
They'll tell you rude if you say who are you.
Yes. and this other thing that I got into trouble for, I was like, "Hello, please, how may I help you?"
Yeah, you can't help me.
You can't help me.
For me,
you can't help me. What do you have? You this small girl, I'm older than. I'm like, please, it's English I'm speaking. So how? Yes. So I'm glad you mentioned that your husband supports you. But was it how was it like are his friends, because sometimes it also comes from the friends too. How has the support been, and how do you balance that with work?
Well, for his support, I'll be it's amazing because it's still continuing. He has been with me from scratch when I started my journalism career from school to my internship until today. He's always been around me. And for me, managing family and work, like I said, if not for his support, I wouldn't have been able to do it. When I started at Radio Tamale, starting the morning news, it was 6 a.m. By then, I was married. You have to leave the house by 5:30. You go, I close at 6 p.m. because I have to leave after the main bulletin, which was 5 to 6. So I go 5:30, I come home at 6 p.m. There were no kids. It's you and him. Maybe you can quickly prepare something. But then when the kids begin to come in, it's another chapter for you. If I wake up, so gradually when I got admission to Tattoo, I had to stop the morning news. That's back at Radio Tamale because of lectures. But then I was still able to blend all. He doesn't have a problem. If you prepare food in the morning, when you come after 6 p.m., you eat and you eat. Make sure there's food. He provides, you do the cooking. So that is how I'm able to manage. And he supports me all the time. Whenever I finish my program after my news, any little mistake he sees or he hears, he will tell you, do this and do that. This is how you should be towards your leaders. This is how you should behave towards your colleagues. He's always there for me for that, yes. And I'm very grateful for that. It's difficult, seriously, managing my home and work. Because just like Irama said, sometimes you are going on air and there are lots in your mind.
Maybe your baby is even crying and you don't even know what is wrong with that baby. But you have to go and read the news.
From pregnancy, when I was pregnant for my firstborn, the same thing, my routine didn't change for work. I still used to go do the reading until I was 2 weeks due when I went on break. So it was almost 2 weeks exactly, and then I put to bed.
You
The
know,
second
media,
one,
we don't even have, where the government
maternity leave.
yes,
normal leave.
yes,
No, until maybe end of the year and say, oh, we're taking a Christmas break.
yeah.
That's it. We don't have.
You just work throughout the year.
The holidays are even when you have to even go to work. Let's go for a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. We've had an amazing conversation about women in media and all that it has to be. We don't have enough time. Now, I see there are times, okay, you've mentioned you were here and you left, you were here and you left. Why do people always think that when you leave a certain place, something happened? Or you fought with them before you had to leave?
Well, definitely something happened, but definitely not fight.
Okay.
It's not a fight. For me, I was more of looking for a challenge because I thought I've been at that place for a very long time, definitely for a very long 9 years.
You've been there for 9 years. Wow.
So, and a new thing. And then I had already started a business that I wanted to concentrate on.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that it was going to, like, you know, it was the time for my drive time, then it was time for me to do certain things. At the times, I was missing it, and if somebody was staying for me, and I realized, I have to. So when the business was now settled, then Diamond FM called. It's like, well, we've heard that you are home. We can't allow you to sit at home. So this is what's happening. This is our offer, and this is the offer. And then it was
a good offer.
For now, but I have more time to do whatever I want to do before I go start my business. They understand that I have another business. They say, okay, so this is what you're going to do. This is all you're doing. Then you can attend to whatever it is that you want to do.
Yes, on my part, I didn't have any misunderstanding or any fights with my former place. Just like she said, in life, sometimes you have to take a challenge. You have to take a step. You can't always be at your comfort zone. So even moving to Sagani TV now, I feel like it is an opportunity for me to explore and to learn more, because I gained so much knowledge at Radio Tamale. And at some point, even though you still learn more, every day you learn something new, but there is something more that you need to learn, especially with your targets. So you have to move a step. Really, a lot of people contacted me, oh, we don't hear you read news again. We don't hear your news again. I said, oh, yes, I've moved here. So I did even announce my movement from Radio Tamale. All of a sudden, people see you on Sagani TV, you are reporting, they ask, are you no more with Radio Tamale? I said, no. Why? I said, nothing.
I
just
assume there's a fight.
Yes.
People feel like either you have an issue with management, whether financial, whether because your program or anything. They just feel like once, and they are not wrong. I don't blame them, because the perception have been created for the people who have gone. Exactly. You hear they have banter with management, they come and sit and talk, they come to social media, and that is one sad thing that is happening. They come to social media, they put a whole article, giving it to the station,
and giving details of whatever.
And what I find so worrying is that as you are doing this, if any other station cares about
their reputation,
they will not really want to
call you. So we don't think ahead. People feel that I am good, and so everybody wants me.
I think that thing that, well, people can be good in a certain way, but you see, as you keep having that pride, one day God can replace you with someone else.
Exactly. Not even one day. They are there. The competition is there. Don't sit and feel like you are good because people out there are celebrating what you are doing. You need to understand that as you are doing, there are mistakes, and when people correct you, yes, you have to take it. So that is just a perception, and people have taken it that if you are leaving one station to the other, you are having a fight with them. No, that is not.
Have you ever, like, there are times, do you get people try to give you gifts or things, and they feel entitled that you have to advertise them? You've not asked them.
Oh, I have encountered some, but I make it clear, you came to me. That doesn't mean I have to advertise for you. I do it on my own will. If I feel, especially if you're giving me a product and I feel the product is good, I'll definitely advertise for you. But then if you see me the first day, I take a picture of it, the next day you don't see it again, that means I have not even used your product.
I remember someone gave me, was it Tom Brown or something, that, it's a one pack, just one pack. And everyone gave it to someone to give it to me. So when it came, actually, I'm very bad with breakfast. So I think I even took it one time in the evening when I just felt like trying it. So I forgot to take a picture. I'm home alone. Who is going to take that picture for me? Then the person just started WhatsApping me. Have I tried a thing? And any feedback? I was like, oh, it's nice. And I was like, okay, I said I tried it some time ago, but it's nice. The person was like, you would love a picture or a video coming from me. I was like, are you paying me for influencing me? For influencing for you? So later on, after today, like sometimes, and they get offended.
Yes.
So from there, I have now gotten to the point that sometimes I want to pay for services. Even for sometimes shoes or even hair, people don't want to give you, or I don't like wearing wigs. People want to give you a wig, like advertise for them. And I don't like a certain color on it. Or somebody would, maybe you go to do your hair or something. So, okay, it's okay. And they expect you to advertise because they feel that they didn't have 50, 60, 70 CDs. I want to give you a whole advert. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that to support people's businesses, but don't feel entitled to it.
That's true. That's true.
You know, people don't understand. They see other people doing those advertisements and they feel like it is for free. Yes. So consume my products or wear my products, take a video of it. Oh, this is nice. This is from this person.
Go there and pay them, including the dresses they give them.
Even if it's not a pay, there's an understanding. When you are giving it to me, this is your intention.
Clarify.
Okay, I'm giving it to you because of this.
Yes.
And you don't do just, I'm bringing you this, and then you don't tell me anything. I don't show anything, and you want to feel entitled. I was sitting by someone when you bought this thing. That's true. And then I collected. You did not say I should advertise for you.
And on TV, it's expensive. Someone will just probably bring you. I had it with someone just bought me some beads, just one bead, and the person feels that I should wear it on my show and advertise it. How much is the
see
bidder?
the thing.
25 cedis.
You see.
And do you know how
You know
much
how it's
they
lot-
pay
how
to
much it's lot
advertise the
People,
business
so
on TV?
there are times people want to come with some package for sponsorship. I don't. People who actually give you the lowest money, they have like
No, they feel they're paying the highest.
yes,
Actually.
like it's like they want you to like
Give them that hype.
that
Yeah.
hype. I remember there was somebody that we did the jingle and we just make it sponsored, like supported by, and I'm like, we have sponsors and supporters.
Yeah.
And after that, so I've stopped doing my own, like the jingles myself. So someone did it and just mentioned, so let's say Martha, and the person thought that they could have just said, oh, Martha, and just said one line in addition. So maybe I could say maybe STC, bar service, something. And I'm like, I'm not entitled to, I don't even know how they
much
wrote
did
the
they
script. And yes, so I think that at the end of the day, people watching us should understand that you actually need to pay for certain service.
Yeah.
Not everything is for free.
Free.
So if you come to me with a dress, tell me what you want. If I'm in a good mood and I can do it for you, I'll do it for you. But you don't give me something and now go back. So for a long time, I've really kind of even stopped taking dresses from people.
Yeah.
If I like the dress and I come to buy it, then I want to buy it. If I want to advertise you, fine. And when it was a day I went somewhere, someone was like, I'll give you a discount. How much 50 cedis for advert? I said, no, I'm going to pay the full amount. Before you go and see somewhere and say, oh, this dress matter, or I sponsored her with that. And people don't understand that word sponsorship. It means you have given me.
Not half payment.
Not half payment or not anything. And that's what they don't want. And this is what people feel that because they've given you a dress, as soon as you wear it, they should have thousands of people in their shops running to come and buy their clothes. But some of these things, it takes time. It takes time.
But it shouldn't even be once. If
as you keep hearing, I keep mentioning your name on air, people would want to come.
That is it.
So let me take your final words and everything you want to talk to anyone watching us about me, especially the young people who are coming up. Anything you want to tell them?
Yes, for the younger ones, you remember I started off saying I was a panel and then I was calling you might think I didn't get any education on that. Education is very important. Educating yourself on your field is very, very important because it will teach you what to do and what not to do. So if you want to be part of the media, if you go journalism, media presenting, whatever, news anchor reading, everything that you want to do, you need to get yourself educated in that so that when you come in, no one can bully you. Because the saddest thing about human life is you be in a field that you don't know anything about the field and some people bully you over it. You won't have the passion to do it anymore. So you get yourself educated. It's very, very important. And also know this. Hey, we will look flashy. We'll smile. We will not even say we are suffering, but we are suffering. And there's no money. If you want to come in, have a side job.
Have a side job.
A side job. Have something giving you something elsewhere. Don't come depending fully on the station because you might start and then money will not come.
And stop stealing from your employers.
It's very, very unfair to do that to the employers. They are trying to make things happen and you are trying to outsmart them. You're thinking you are smarting them.
I think until you have a production,
you wouldn't even appreciate whatever
sometimes I'm like, sometimes we have a production and I don't have money and you feel like everybody is looking at you to feel that when you come, what are you going to eat? When you come, what is going to happen? Until you have a production, your own product, you understand that there's no money.
So let's get ourselves educated. Have the passion for whatever it is you want to do. And have a reason why you're coming into the media. A purpose why you're coming into it.
Right.
And then set yourself.
Let me take your final words in almost few seconds. Our time is up.
All right. So for me, I would just advise young ladies out there. As she said, you hear us, people expect you to appear in a way when they see you because they hear you on radio and you speak very well. But people shouldn't create that perception for us. We are going through a lot. We have a lot of challenges. There are days that even to transport yourself to your workplace is difficult for you.
Very.
Yes. And to the young ladies out there, if you are looking up to someone, make sure you understand what the person does. If you have the opportunity to meet the person, ask them the right questions, what you want to know. At least that will guide you to also prepare yourself for the field. And when they go in, be yourself.
Exactly.
If you have the passion to do the job, do it. Don't do it because Irama is doing it and she has a lot of followers on social media and people are praising her, so I also want to be there. If you have a reason, if you have the passion, go and be focused and don't look out to people. Sometimes if you over depend on people, they will kill your career.
That's true.
Yes, so we need to be strong.
If you over depend on people, they will kill your career. Thank you very much for watching. I believe that this episode has inspired you and given you another opportunity to see how the media world looks like, especially those in the northern region. Not everything is that flashy. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with thoughts. Hello and welcome to Thoughts from Martha Inspires. I just want to talk to everyone out there not to copy everything they see on social media. All the celebrities that you see, all the people that you admire, everyone have one or the other challenge they are battling with. No one is perfect. No one has it all. Of course, you wouldn't want to come and show everyone your weaknesses, because you don't know who is your friend, who is your enemy, or who is waiting to see if their plots have actually worked well. Please be yourself, understand your potential, and learn how to work with your potential. People coming up in the media want to talk like certain people. No, have your unique identity. Have your unique brand, so that when people want to identify, they won't say, that girl that talks like, or trying to copy this person. Have your own brand, have your own name, and at the end, you'll be the sought after media personality the world will be looking for. Thank you for watching. Do have a good night.